Go ahead, Tanya.
All right. You're live.
Hello, everyone. Here to Fact Check TV, we will be interviewing Grammy-nominated artist. We will be interviewing him about police brutality.
Oh, look at the screen. Good fact check. I see you.
I don't hear anything.
Hello. Okay, we're live.
She lost audio. All right, everybody, we live. Fact check will be here real soon. She just lost audio. We have the Grammy Award winning artists. Prophets. How's everything, family?
Man, doing well. Can't complain. Thanks for having me.
No doubt. Same here. I don't know the you have.
Well, Larry, I can take over. How are you doing? Okay, our prophet. This is Nurse. I talked to you earlier. How are you?
All right.
Can you? All right. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got started in the industry, about your initial group, about the things that happened that got you started in the industry? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Again, I'm our prophet, founder of a group called Nappy Root. You guys may have heard of us, perhaps more so in the early 2000s. We had hit songs like a song called All Nah, Hell Nah, Country Boys on the Rise. Song with Anthony Hamilton, Fofo, All My Life, and but it really doesn't matter no more. And a couple other joints. So we did pretty well. We were 6 brothers that ultimately joined up in college. We all attended Western Kentucky University, and we all teamed up and formed the group Nappy Roots, coming out of the state of Kentucky. And we did well. Ended up being the #1 selling group in the world at that time. And now, we're here.
Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about what you're doing now? What you're doing in the industry now?
Yes, I have a new project releasing. I think I actually sent you guys a snippet of one of the singles. The single is called "They Don't Like That." So some more material will be coming out in the coming months. As well, I'm on the other side of things regarding film. I'm an executive producer in 2 films, as well as working on some other independent films. We all know we can't rap forever. So I got my hands in a couple of different things of that nature as well.
Well, that sounds wonderful. So I think it's suffice to say that your life has been and your career was on a positive trend, and it sounds like it still is. But tell us what happened on April the 20th, 2013.
Okay. Well, I was coming back from a show, and I was a passenger in the car. I ended up stopping at a roadblock. They made everybody stop from one car to the next. We ended up pulling up, and the police officer asked the driver, had he been drinking. He said he had a drink or whatnot. And so he told us to pull over to the side of the road. So we pulled over to the side of the road, and the police officer asked my friend driving to step outside of the car. I think they gave him a breathalyzer, and he ended up failing the test. So they ended up putting him in the police car, and I was just like, I thought I would be fine being out on the passenger, so I wasn't doing anything wrong. So what happened is, police officer came and got my ID, and I told him who I was. I was coming back from the store or whatnot. And it just happened to be one of the more crazier parts of Kentucky as far as the more racist, most racist as you can get. And so he ended up asking me to get out the car. So I get out the car, and as we're walking, I guess he's taking me to the next, to take me in between the two police cars. He said, "So you're the rapper, huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the rapper." But I know, when they say something like that, you're probably thinking I'm some gangster rapper or something like that. And so I'm like, "But probably not what you think. I'm not a gangster rapper or anything, but yeah." So I already knew things probably wasn't going the right way. So they got in front of one of the police cars, and there was a police car in front of me, a police car in back of me, and about 4 police officers. And the main police officer, he told me to take off my hat. I took off my hat. He told me to take off my jacket. I took off my jacket. He then told me to take off my shoes, so I took off my shoes. I'm like, "Father, getting crazy." He told me to take off my pants. I took off my pants. He told me to take off my socks.
He told you to take off your pants?
I took off my socks. So ultimately, I was left there standing on the highway in my bodysuit and tank top and a t-shirt, still with my jewelry on. And, then, yeah, they stripped me. They stripped me. So I was barefoot on the concrete on the highway. Yeah.
So what was the reason they told you to take off your pants? What was the reason they told you to take off your pants? Really?
They just told me to do what they were doing, So after I took off, I had nothing but boxers and my t-shirt on. Then they handcuffed me. After he handcuffed me, my face, my stomach was like on the back end of the police car. He handcuffed me. Then he told me to turn around. So as I turn around to the left, as I open up, another police officer, big white guy, he pulls out his gun and he points it right at me. And he has the gun in his right hand, and his left hand is across his chest, speaking into his microphone. That's, I guess, perhaps it's like kind of on his right chest or right shoulder. And he says, "Mr. Anthony, if you don't comply, I'm going to be forced to pay you." Mind you, I'm stripped only to my boxers in my t-shirt, and I'm handcuffed, and I'm barefoot on the side of the highway. So I'm thinking, and I say, "What are you talking about, sir? What are you doing?" He says it again in a louder tone. "Mr. Anthony, if you don't comply, I'm going to be forced to pay you." And I'm thinking, okay, you got to come to attention. I'm like, "Why are you doing this? What are you talking about?" He says it a third time, and then he tases me. I immediately hit the ground, and I just kept feeling continuous tasers. And, I just basically kind of was really going out of it in the sense I'm on the ground. I hit the ground so hard that I'm thinking I just got to hold on. Eventually, they're going to stop tasing me.
Right.
And I will be okay. And, when some of the thoughts in my head was, wow, they treat me like a slave. This is crazy because I'm sitting here on the side of the highway taking all these tasers, damn near naked, stripped, and they keep tasing me. So I'm like, wow, after all this is just over just like this. And so I said, if I just keep holding on, I'm going to be okay. And then at a point, I just said, fuck it. And I guess that's when I blacked out. And,
what highway were you all on? What highway were you all on?
Just right now, I can't think of it. I've been kind of relaxing. Also, I've been trying not to think much of things for about a year.
Right.
So all the details, unless you guys have some it may come throughout the course of this conversation. I just can't think of it right now. Yeah.
There are pictures showing that you were, of course, taken to the hospital, and you're shown going into the hospital with your boxers on. When you went into the hospital, were you treated? Were you treated in the hospital? Did you have to stay in the hospital, or were you released, or were you arrested at that time?
Well, I'll tell you, do you have the actual videotape where you see them wheeling me in the videotape?
Yes, we did look at it.
I think one of the things that you find that's pretty crazy, if you look, he still has the taser still connected to me, walking. If I'm not mistaken, walking right beside me the whole time. Because I was trying to alert the nurses and doctors that what these people had done to me. And let me back up just for a moment. Evidently, I came to at a certain point. But what we found is they actually took me to a second point before they took me to the hospital. So they actually stopped somewhere and they tased me more times. I ended up being, according to the records, I was tased 15 times. So the initial first time when I was holding on for dear life, I believe it's a total of, it was a total of 8 times. And then wherever the second location is, they did it all over again. So it's been a total of 7 times. So when I got to the hospital, I'm trying to let the nurses and doctors know that what these people, they just tried to kill me. And, to get those people away from me. And so, they did some tests or whatnot. And then they gave me back to those police officers, and they took me and put me in jail.
So were you the only that day when you were assaulted? Were you the person that was in the car with you? Were they also assaulted?
And people started telling me her story, and it wasn't just us brothers in there. It was a lot of young white impoverished brothers in there as well. Right. And they said, man, they do this to us all the time. They do this to us all the time. Well, basically, they beat them up real bad and put them in jail, put some charges on them, and they just plead, they don't want to fight it. So they basically, and these officers in this area, they pretty much terrorize people. So people don't have money to fight these charges. Especially when, when you're a victim of police brutality, if you notice, what I found is everybody you have all the same charges. You look from top to bottom, and they are always ended off with the assault on a police officer, which carries up to 5 years. And so, that's the felony that everybody fears. So you're like, okay, well, I might as well just plead just to get it over with, and whatnot. But like I said, with me going in there and learning, how police really take advantage of these people, but they wasn't just trying to beat me up; they was trying to kill me. And just God's grace, I was able to survive.
Yeah, it really is by the grace of God, because it's been shown that people that were tasered that many times, a lot of them do die of cardiac arrest and that type of thing. So basically, you were driving through an area of Kentucky that's known for this type of brutality, and you were just, you know, at the wrong place at the wrong time, or because when you said that they knew who you were, so they knew you were of celebrity status, did they think that perhaps, you know, that they would get, you know, more fines, or, you know, has anyone ever talked about what the motivation was for them basically, you know, assaulting you? You know, 4 or 5 officers continuously tasing you and assaulting you while you were handcuffed.
Yes, you see the pictures, they did everything. But I still get my finger on it. The sometimes, because, like I said, I need him sometimes told me to turn around. His check, your phone is pretty low. My phone? You sound a little better now.
Yes.
Okay, how about you? All right, continue. Okay. Well, they seem to have the game plan pretty down packed. Like I said, once they had me take off my clothes, they handcuffed me and told me to turn around. As I turned around, the police officer immediately pulled out his taser gun. So they knew exactly what they was going to do. I don't know if they had an eye out because they knew that I was in the city hosting a party, or earlier that day they knew that they was going to do that to some young black individual, and I just happened to be that guy. I still really don't know as to why. All I knew is they had it planned out. They knew what they was going to do to me. So I don't know if it was, you know, just for me, or they was just going to kill a nigga that night. I don't know.
Yeah. So basically now, can you tell us a little bit what you're doing to help combat police brutality? Are you a part of do you have any organizations or are you doing anything to help combat police brutality with other young men or poor people or African Americans? Do you have any organizations you're a part of?
There's an organization that's called the Kentucky Alliance. It's in the city of Louisville. And so I teamed up with them, and they were trying to assist me. And those were, I don't know if we had some young brothers, they were called the Misidentified Five. Other incident. So basically, I'm also, at one time I was a DJ in the city of Louisville with my co-host was Chris Tuet. He's an activist in the city of Louisville. So ultimately, anytime that they called me up, you know, however I can help, I let my voice part come and give them the knowledge of some of the things that I've been through because of this legal process. A lot of people really just don't know what to do. And then I'm still in it, still navigating, and it's so expensive. You know, it is, you know, the state of Kentucky is really something else. Because, you know, even still today, a lot of people don't know what happened. Because I found myself, this is when I really knew that I was in for something that might not particularly end the best for me, is I was having news conferences at the court office. And you know, there would be 2 or 3 news conferences where I would all like to do interviews. I would go home to see it on to try to catch it on the news, and they wouldn't even air my press conferences on the news. That was something else, because you're talking about a state that, you know, every September 16th, my group, we have a state holiday. It's called the National Day, September 16th. So I'm also the youngest member on the board advisory for the Muhammad Ali Center. Muhammad Ali is from Louisville, Kentucky. They honored me to be a part of the board. They just recently put my about carrying the legacy of Muhammad Ali, letting people know the type of things that he did to try to fight for other people and for the rights of other people. So with that being said, and also I established, some of the things that I've done, not just primarily for those that are victims of brutality, but I've done a lot of work for the kids where I've established education programs and put together programs where my family and staff have taught hundreds of children literacy, how to read, from the ages of 8 to 18. And that's all just through because I was able to do some really great things in music coming out of the state.
Right.
I doubled that back to with this happening, me thinking I've done so many great things for the state that I would get the support. To see that I was actually blacked out on the news, they wouldn't let the news get out on what happened to me. That was really disappointing. Because I'm like, wow, I've done all this, and this is how you do it. So that shows you how the system is really messed up. So
yeah, I do have to say that when I first started. Once I really started looking into this, it's okay. Once I really started looking into the situation about what happened to you, I was a little baffled at the fact that it wasn't exposed the way it should have been exposed. Like, I only saw the one story which popped up on TMZ. So there really hasn't been anybody that to stand behind you to be able to support you besides the organizations that are standing with you right now. But other than that, as far as anybody in the industry or news stations, they really didn't take to it.
Well, nationally they did. So after TMZ, there was if you Google it, there's several articles wrote on, and all of them, painted the picture of how Kentucky State police officers ultimately tried to kill me. But locally, because of what happened to me, all the news was calling my house and trying to get into contact, but I couldn't do any interviews because I'm barely just deaf, and I was actually suffering from I had a concussion, so I was functioning. My parents and lawyer didn't realize that. So one of the things, again, as far as the charges, they put assaulting an officer, which, so they put the police put out a report that I was fighting officers and I did this and I did that. And after they bailed me out, I was bailed out. I immediately went to the lawyer's office, and put on my clothes. And once we got to the lawyer's office, the lawyer said, "Well, why are your clothes all so clean? I got like $300-400 jeans on, brand new crispy white shoes. I was just hosting the show that night, so everything was just brand new on me." And he kept asking me. I said, "Man, I don't know. I don't know." So my parents would continue to ask me, and so we took pictures and stuff, and I just couldn't explain why my clothes were all so clean. And of course, they put the charges that I was fighting with all these officers. Well, again, the news stuff they were calling, but I didn't take any interviews locally. So in the court of public opinion locally, you could say perhaps because I didn't do those interviews for those stations, and the state police put out their reports, perhaps many of the local people somehow believe these officers. But what happened is 4 or 5 days later on Wednesday morning, everything came back to me as to what happened. And it was really terrible. Actually, seriously, because obviously I had to go back and think about everything that happened to me. And I realized the reason why my clothes were so clean because they stripped me before they did everything to me.
Exactly.
So I had to rewind everything back. And the reason I was able to get these things back is because I remembered my thoughts when I was on the concrete when I was initially being tased. My initial thoughts again was, wow, I'm being treated like a slave. I'm sitting here naked on the side of the concrete, on the side of a highway. I'm being tased. Oh my gosh, I'm about to die. I just got to hold on. Well, because of those thoughts, that's what reminded me that, wow, they made me take off my clothes. Then they handcuffed me, and then they did this to me. So I didn't remember until that Wednesday. And so I immediately told my parents, I called my lawyer, well, this is what happened. This is why my clothes are so clean. You know?
Right.
And they was like, okay, exactly, that explains it. And, you know, again, nobody, still today, nobody knows really, you know. And so I took the opportunity to do a show called Catfish because, again, you know, my state would not show my press conferences because there's a lot of brothers at that time that was being killed. And here you have so-called celebrity. This has been done to a rapper who has a state holiday and is a major voice in the state of Kentucky. And so they would not let the word get out. So when this show called Catfish, I got the opportunity to be on there. I looked at the pros and cons. And I said, well, this would be a great way to get the story out. Somehow maybe some leaders or some fellow entertainers or some powerful people, more powerful than me, will help get the word out and come help me in assist me. You know, because at this time I went through 4 or 5 lawyers, you know, including a lot of my career the opposite way, because I got to do shows and come back and pay these lawyers so they can buy their kids, send their kids off to college. I got to give them my money.
Right.
And I'm just going through it. So I feel today, you know, that really hasn't happened. But again, it's not over. Like I said, I'm filing a grievance. And, you know, I would love to have, you know, more support, more leaders. You know, I've met a lot of people in the industry. And, you know, I think if they really knew, I know initially people start following me like, well, you know, a couple of people. But, again, you know, I'm blessed to be alive. So, you know, however things go, I've already won in the sense that I'm alive. So I'm still able to continue. But definitely support with, you know, I love support. It does seem like you're kind of doing things by yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And as successful as you were in the industry, I can only imagine that you feel that you were somewhat isolated when no one really, you know, I guess it's really because it, as you said, in Kentucky, there's basically a media blackout and they're not reporting it. And so it didn't hit the national media the way that you think that it should have, or the way I would think it should have. So basically, did they ever reduce the charges from felonies? Are you still fighting those charges? I know you said that you're filing a grievance, but are you still fighting? Did they ever reduce or drop the charges?
Well, this is what happened. They took me to grand jury, and of course, you know, that 5-year sentence. They took it to grand jury, and the grand jury found no true bill, meaning this guy did not assault the police officers. So that was initially taken off the table off top. So, and then you got to think, well, golly, you're telling this guy's nose is broke, he's bloody from head to toe, he's faced 15 times. There can't be a charge under that could justify being just almost killed. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right,
so,
right.
This is the type of situation that I'm in. So, going from lawyer to lawyer and each of them trying to railroad me into pleading into something I didn't Black leaders out there, or other celebrities that would like to help and give me support, put out word about what I'm going through, and kind of let people more aware on these are things that happen to anybody and are happening to brothers and sisters every day. I welcome, just contact.
Well, I think that's one of the things to think about it is, I think the thing is people do need to see that it's not just anybody that this happens to, and people need to know that it's not okay that the police are doing this. And it takes, unfortunately, it's sad that it has to happen to people, but it's going to take a village to be able to make a difference and to be able to let the police know that we're not just going to sit back and continue to allow you to put your hands on people or, God forbid, take your life. Thank God you're still here and you're able to tell your story. I don't know if you're too familiar with what we do here at Fact Check TV, but we extend our services to people to be able to bring awareness and justice to certain situations. We do have a case where that we're actually assisting a mother with right now the boy's name is Aquinas. He was actually just killed a few weeks ago by a police officer in Chicago. So, we definitely wanted to bring you on for you to be able to tell your story. And so the world knows that it's not just, it's happening to everybody. It doesn't matter if you're in the industry, it doesn't matter if you're a rapper, if you're just a regular person who's throwing newspapers on a porch, it can happen to anybody. It's, and it's bad. So we definitely want to thank you so very much for coming on and telling your story. We will do everything we possibly can to bring awareness. We will be interviewing Turk from Hot Boys tomorrow. So we'll definitely bring it to his attention as well. And maybe we can get together and do some type of a rally or, just get a bunch of celebrities together to be able to stand behind police brutality at least.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, thanks for having me.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
And before you leave, Mike, did you have any questions or did you want to talk about, you briefly spoke about the music you're doing and what you're doing now. Is there anything you'd like to talk about? Just end it on a positive note.
I would say, again, all brothers and sisters, I know it's not only just me out there, it's a lot of conscious brothers and sisters that love to unite and support other people. Just let you know that, there are, different organizations out there where you can try to help find some support. I'm glad that, we have Fact Check TV. Thanks for having me, being able to be a voice and kind of spread my story. I would just tell everybody, kind of just continue to pray, try to unite, educate yourself on some of the things that you've been through to try to better your situation. And we really got to let people know, just because you, police do some things, some people are quick to think, oh, well, you had to do something. And they don't quite understand that, being black here in America, many times you don't have to do anything other than just be black. And that's all I was doing. Exactly. I would say, you definitely got to continue to fight this forever. Yes, I do have a project that I think it's called They Don't Like That. I think the video is going to be pretty good. It may not be based on perhaps the actual incident on how the police try to spread their method just because so-called young black and successful. And, there's a lot of, I think the police really don't like to see young black successful brothers, especially in the state of Kentucky, our rap and things of that nature. So the singles called They Don't Like That. A lot of people hate to see you doing well. And you guys can look me up on Instagram under Our Prophet Official, RPROPHET Official, Our Prophet Official, as well as my Facebook is Our Prophet, and Twitter is @Our Prophet. So that's about it. Again, appreciate you.
All right, I wanted to interject real quick. Oh shit! I'm talking to my mic on my on my live. I had some questions for you, so I just waited to everybody speak to. She had to speak to you about. So I only have probably 4-5 questions. All right. And then some of them you already answered already. So you already talked about the catfish. And well, I'll give you one question about the catfish. Now, since her name was Crystal, right? So after she fucking catfish you and all that, and you said you was gonna talk to her, keep in contact after that, because she filled the void at that moment in time. Have you still been talking to her since then?
No, I haven't talked to her in a very long while. I haven't talked to her in a very long while.
Okay, cool. That's shit. I mean, talking to her all. Shit. I definitely understand you better. Okay. And you said, but I read that you was developing a hip-hop educational tools for children. What's the update on that, if you care to share that?
Yeah, basically it's something that me and my brother kind of developed. It's ultimately, we like to, produce a whole curriculum, but ultimately we kind of started with mathematics. And, we have kids where they might be science 1 equals 1, they have a deep behind it and things of that nature. And so locally we had them at some different bookstores, and what we would do is go into the school system and kind of pass out some of the tools and actually do challenges. So we have that. But right now we really haven't been continuing that process because obviously everything takes money. With me going through the type of things that I've been going through, some of the things that we had on the table, some of the things that had just chills for a minute till, perhaps later on this year or not, we can kind of continue some of the goals that we'd like to achieve.
Okay, great. I got 3 last questions. All right, what do you think about the current state of hip hop at this point in time?
I think it's cool. It's a lot of young cats, and they're doing what they're doing. I see, the little kids, they seem to be grooving to it. I definitely think it could be more diversity and a little bit, perhaps
the substance, right? Have some substance.
More conscious content, a little bit more substance. I don't have a problem with if people want to talk about pills and guns and things of that nature. Okay, that's that. But we also need the artists to have a nice platform for the other kids who don't necessarily want to hear that, or maybe they want to hear that sometimes, but they need to be aware that there's other artists that they can go to for other type of music as well. So we don't want to, kind of create the facade that there's only one type of rap or things of that nature. So that's why I say, hip hop is good. It's good what it's doing. And I think even, rappers such as myself and others, should still be putting out projects as well, because hip hop is a lot of going through generations that it's not just for the kids. So it is what it is. I think it's good.
I know that's right. I think we lost. MikeLarry, are you there?
Yeah.
I think we might have lost MikeLarry, and so he had other questions. But I was just going to be so funny and say I have one more question. Are you there, Prophet?
Yeah, I'm
okay. Don't laugh when I say this. Don't you want to do a verse to post up? Don't you want to do that song?
Do I want to do what?
Don't you want to rap your verse?
That is like her favorite song. Now is the time we get to fangirl. That's like her favorite song. She was like, I'm going to ask him to say his verse for poor folks. I was like, don't do that, Jasmine. So she wants to hear you say her. That's like her. She's been singing that song all week, I swear.
That's sweet. Well, look, I'll do a couple bars for you. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine. Go ahead.
All right, this is just for you. It's a blessing we woke up this morning. All my colorful stressing, come, let's join hands. Got to cope with the pressures of being poor, man. Papa taught me in order to survive for no man. Nappy blossom from the root is what we gon' stand. Profit grew from a juvenile to a grown man. You gotta take responsibility for your own, man. Zoned into blind Simone by sunrise. Sometimes I love to hear my woman moan in his home again. Damn, I hope he played his song again. The soul cleansing, the melody just rev my engine. Tried a lot of things, but usually just offending my ligaments. Searching for Benjamins, all my folks locked in the tenements, and it ain't make any sense why. Children is innocent, broadcasting from the slums. Still on my income. All right, go ahead, finish it. All my life been post, but it really don't matter no more. And then wonder why we had this way. Everyone's gonna be okay. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We will definitely stay in contact with you again, Prophet. Thank you for extending the time and jumping online with us.
Oh shit, I got cut off.
You just
Too late, Mike.
You missed it. He rapped his verse and everything.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, it's always the next time, brother. It's always the next time. So, you know, I guess I see you. We'll definitely I guess correspond again. So, you know.
Yeah, y'all stay in touch. Y'all put together some dollars and whatnot. Just stay in touch. If I'm able to be a part of it, I definitely like to do.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And we will talk to you soon.
All right.
Thank you.
Take it easy.
Thank you for your time. Good night.
How you end it?